Hey guys, welcome back. I made this video on MMA fighters with the best boxing skills based on a request from one of my viewers. There are a couple of similar videos on YouTube, but most of them mention fighters who are at the end of their careers or out of their prime. I made sure to include only those who are in their prime and fight actively in the UFC currently. So let's get this list started off with our first fighter, Cody Garbrandt. Many fight analysts, including myself, agree to the fact that Cody has the fastest hands and the best boxing pedigree in their 125-pound weight division. Seriously, guys, he has some incredible boxing skills that he learned from his uncle and his brothers at a very young age. He actually had a 32-0 amateur boxing record before becoming an MMA fighter. Cody impressed everyone with his spectacular performance against Dominic Cruz and beat him to win the bantamweight championship belt. There's no doubt in my mind that Cody Garbrandt could easily transfer into professional boxing if he wanted to, but seeing as he's still finding success in MMA, that seems highly unlikely at this point. Jorge Masvidal. Masvidal is perhaps the most violent man on the 170 pounds roster, who has legit boxing skills. Fans tend to forget that Masvidal fought in boxing matches first before shifting to MMA. Jorge mainly relies on his Muay Thai skill set when he fights in MMA. Everything he does inside the cage is fast, explosive, and has a ton of power behind it. The best display of his great boxing skills came in his bout with Nate Diaz. Nate, being a great boxer himself, got smashed by Masvidal on the feet. Before we continue, guys, hit the like button below if you're liking this video thus far, and show some love by subscribing as well. Next up, Dustin Poirier. You guys may find it surprising to see Dustin Poirier taking a spot on our list, but fans need to stop overlooking his boxing skills. I mean, he beat up straight up killers like Eddie Alvarez, Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway, which is truly incredible. Poirier is both very technical and likes to brawl inside the cage. He has some of the best counter combos in the game and is very accurate during the pocket exchanges. Let's not forget he has heavy hands as well and can shut the lights out with a single punch, which brought him a ton of success over the years. He's scheduled for a rematch with McGregor early next year, so let's see how that goes. Amanda Nunes. Nunes is a special kind of athlete unlike any other. She possesses the two most powerful hands in women's MMA right now, guys, and I'm pretty sure she can knock out a couple of men in her weight class as well. She isn't the most technical striker in the game, but my god can she punch. Her accuracy and timing is what seals the deal for most of her opponents, because they can't take more than a few punches from Nunes. Her wins over UFC's Golden Girl, Ronda Rousey and former champ Miesha Tate were very impressive. When Amanda was scheduled to fight with Chris Cyborg, everyone knew this was gonna be her biggest challenge till date, since Chris Cyborg was the most dominant force in women's MMA at the time. Everyone lost their minds when Amanda knocked out Chris in the first round, cementing her as the all-time great and making her the only two-division champion in the UFC. Max Holloway. Holloway fights in a way that is reminiscent of the Diaz brothers. We all know Nick and Nate Diaz have some of the best boxing in the sport. Max's output is similar to them, but I feel his punches are a tiny bit heavier than both the brothers. Just ask Jose Aldo, Brian Ortega, or Frankie Edgar. Blessed has beaten these top featherweights with his amazing pace and output, which none could keep up with. In fact, his boxing is so good that he's earned the praise of Robert Garcia, the former IBF's junior lightweight champion and current boxing trainer. If Robert Garcia believes that the Blessed could make it as a professional, I'm not sure anyone can oppose that statement. Francis Ngannou. Well, what more can I say about Francis, guys, apart from the fact that he's a freak of nature. Of all the heavyweights who have come and gone in MMA and boxing, Francis's punching power stands out. You get the feeling that his opponents see the gateway to hell for a few seconds every time they get punched in the face by Ngannou. Well, if you guys think I'm exaggerating a bit, then please feel free to go and watch some of his fights. I'm sure that'll convince you. His boxing skills are not perfect, but everything he hits, he destroys. Finally, we come to the last person on this list, Conor McGregor. Love him or hate him, you can't deny the fact that McGregor is one of the best technical boxers the sport of MMA has ever seen. He started training boxing at the age of 12 in the Crumlin Boxing Club and fought as an amateur for some time until he switched to MMA at the age of 16. The main reason he backs up his trash talk most of the time is his sniper of a left hand, which has helped McGregor put away a lot of his opponents within the first round. He became a two-division champion in the UFC and went on to fight one of, if not the greatest technical boxers in Floyd Mayweather to create history. He might have lost that fight, but he landed a lot of solid strikes which other professional boxers could not. Making a list like this is difficult, guys. There's so many gifted boxers in MMA. I made sure that only those in their prime would be counted, but my honorable mentions go to Holly Holm, who is the most accomplished boxer, having won all major boxing titles like the WBF, WBA, WBC and IBA. John Jones, who's great at keeping his distance and his technical skills are incredible. Nick and Nate Diaz, who have ungodly stamina and iron chins coupled with excellent technical boxing. TJ Dillashaw for his innovative striking. George St. Pierre, who's an all-round amazing fighter and one of the greats to ever do it. Henry Cejudo, Alexander Gustafsson, and Joanna Jędrzejczyk. That's it for today's video, guys. If you liked the video so far, hit the like button below and subscribe if you haven't. Bye bye guys, and as always, take care.